Good evening, Spirit of Joy. My name is Nan Erkert, and I'm going to begin this evening's Compline with the first half of Psalm 34. I will bless the Lord at all times. His praise will always be on my lips. I will boast in the Lord. The humble will hear and be glad. Proclaim the Lord's greatness with me, and let us exalt his name together. I sought the Lord, and he answered me and rescued me from all my fears. Those who look to him are radiant with joy. Their faces will never be ashamed. This poor man cried, and the Lord heard him and saved him from all his troubles. The angel of the Lord encamps around those who fear him and rescues them. Taste and see that the Lord is good. How happy is the person who takes refuge in him. You are his holy ones. Fear the Lord, for those who fear him lack nothing. Young lions lack food and go hungry, but those who seek the Lord will not lack any good thing. Most of us know that we need more exercise. Sometimes we find it hard to tear ourselves away from other things, or sometimes we're just tired. Well, the Nike company understood this, and they capitalized on it brilliantly with their marketing slogan, "Just do it." And that's what I thought of when I read chapter 29 of Tozer's From the Grave. He asserts that if we want to know more of God's blessings, and now I'm just going to read a few excerpts, just do the next thing you know you should do to carry out the will of the Lord. Look to no cost and fear no consequences. Study the Bible to learn the will of God, and then do his will as you understand it. Start now by doing the next thing, and then go on from there. I love the simplicity. We don't have to worry about the many things we could be doing better in our Christian life. He's suggesting that we just pick one thing that we could do to more closely follow Christ. I know for myself that one thing is listening to the promptings of the Holy Spirit. So when I think that I ought to check in on the older couple across the street or write to my friend who has terminal cancer, I tell myself I'll do it later, but then later never comes. I think it might be easier to follow Christ's commands if there were a more direct correlation between what we do and God's blessing. So, I write to the couple across the street, and suddenly I have an intense desire to be in the Word. Or I write to my friend who has cancer, and my cold goes away. But that isn't how it works. We can't manipulate God into making either our spiritual or our material lives any better. In fact, we could do everything that we know to follow Christ more closely and still know suffering and pain and doubt, like Mother Teresa. But the Bible makes it clear that as a general rule, doing things God's way will lead to lives rich in blessings like knowing God, being delivered from sin, answered prayer. You probably have enough life experience to know that this is true, that doing things God's way tends to lead to greater fruitfulness and contentment. I think Tozer's message wouldn't be very popular in the broader culture. We prefer slogans now like, "You deserve a break today," or "Because you're worth it," or my personal favorite, "You are enough." What does that even mean? I mean, enough for what, right? So, I'm not enough. We like to whine about our busy schedules, and we confuse self-care with self-indulgence. And it's just really easy for me, to forget that Christ's yoke is easy and his burden is light, that following him is meant to lead to refreshment and not exhaustion. So here we are at the end of one more day in this long pandemic. A day in which we've worked, taught our kids, done the laundry, paid the bills, and we are tired. Yet every one of us chose to participate in this Compline because we do long to know Christ and the rest that he promises his followers. After watching this, it'd be nice to turn on the TV or just grab another snack or pile into bed. But I invite all of us, Tozer invites all of us, to take time instead to reflect on the one thing that we can do and ask the Lord to give us strength and perseverance going forward to just do it. Let's end with these words. You are in our midst, O Lord, and you have named us as yours. Do not forsake us, O Lord our God. Humble yourselves under God's mighty hand, and he will lift you up in due time. Cast all your cares on him, for you are his charge. Be sober, be watchful. Your adversary, the devil, prowls around like a roaring lion seeking someone to devour. Resist him firm in your faith. You are in our midst, O Lord, and you have named us as yours. Do not forsake us, O Lord our God.